Got to. Let me see. I said got to. Alrighty, cool. Here we are. Alright, guys. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your, you know what I'm saying, nice little Sunday. Gonna let you guys join. Maybe about 2 people. We'll start. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
sounds good.
Start
Sounds
the
like a
live.
plan.
Start the live. We'll see what's up. We have some topics to talk about, to discuss. You know what I'm saying? So let you guys load up and we'll get going. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be a good discussion today, right? I typically feel like that, but
Ooh,
feel a
we
little
got
more
our
prepared
first
today. You know what I'm
person.
saying? Jerry,
Hi.
what's good, man? Welcome to the live stream. Today, it's a dating and marriage readiness live stream. That's what the channel's about. We got some nice topics for you guys. Give you guys a little bit of time to join. Give me 1 second. Let me say something real quick. You guys a little bit of time. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Let's say a prayer. Let's get started. Dear Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, thanks for this wonderful day. Thanks for everything you've done for us. Thanks for the gift of life. Thanks for each other, God, and just for so many blessings, God. We pray that you'll bless this time we're spending. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Okay, so let's get into it. So check this out. Check this out. Today's topic is something that I think a lot of guys can miss out, right? Especially in a Christian space, and that's dating in isolation. You know what I'm saying? It's a super, super important topic because it's something that I've done and it's caused me a lot of damage. A lot of damage. I'm talking about being married and divorced in 30 days. So let's get into it, okay? And I see you guys in there. Brian, welcome, welcome,
Hey,
welcome.
our
Bruce, what's up?
mod.
Yes, let's get into it. So I'm gonna hit this from a biblical standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the Bible, it makes it clear about having, counsel, right? In Proverbs, it talks about it, right? Surrounding yourself with people that are solid. That's a benefit of doing it not alone.
Mm.
When you date in isolation, the biggest thing is you can miss a lot of things. When you have a community of guys, you have people you can bounce ideas off of. You have people that can see a different perspective that you don't see. Because of course, discernment is important.
Ooh,
You
I
know what
do
I'm
have
saying?
one pushback.
We talk
I
about that,
think if
but
if the community is like people like men that are jaded or that are very judgmental or very cynical of women, then this person dating with those kind of influence, I think it's more likely that the relationship will not work out.
of course, and I'm talking about having sound people, right?
Exactly. I think that's an
Yeah.
extremely important distinction.
Appreciate you adding that, yeah.
Not just not to date alone, but find people that are wise and know what they're doing, that are able to help you, are able to give you sound advice.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to being alone, I remember times when there were certain things I would struggle with. And if I had other guys, they could point it out. For example, maybe you're dating a girl and she's doing something, right? And if you had a group of guys, they would be like, bro, what are you doing? Like this girl clearly doesn't respect you, bam, 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 bam. They would tell you, you know what I'm saying? But now you're in a position to, I'm gonna put this down, it's a little tight. The neck down, yeah. But now you're in a position to where it's like, you're alone, you don't have another perspective and you can miss things. And sometimes as Christians, I think we think that we have everything together by ourselves. And we forget that, hey, when you look at the Bible, it's a very people thing, right? Even Jesus Christ, he didn't need to, but he walked around with a squad. You know what I'm saying? And as Christians, doing one of the most important things, such as dating, if you don't do it with a group of people, meaning you have a community of guys that you can at least trust, and if you have a woman in your life you can, bring to, it's gonna be different because now it's only your perspective. And I promise you guys, a lot of us has talked, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys ask questions, you get a different perspective, and you're like, oh man, that's the beautiful thing about having friends that you can trust. So if you guys don't have anyone, find a community, find a group of people that you can really lean onto. It's so important in dating. And I don't think it's spoken about nearly enough. And I love this saying before I wrap up. Men live quiet lives of quiet desperation. That was one of my favorite sayings he had. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he made it up or not, but it's very true. A lot of that's the thing about you ladies. What you ladies do so well is you guys have you guys do so well in having friendship. You guys open up to each other, you guys connect. Oftentimes, not always, women are better than guys in that aspect.
Yeah, better.
Guys
Yeah.
don't have that a lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot of times as guys, we don't have a space that we feel safe to really go to. It's like, hey man, I'm struggling, man, like this girl, this happened to me, oh man, what happened? Because it's like an ego thing a lot of times, I feel like.
Or they would like talk to the people, for example, like a grandma, their
Yeah.
mom, like things like that, help to help them decide on things that are very important in their lives, like who to marry and things like that.
Yeah.
And just because somebody
Yeah.
is a parent doesn't make them an expert.
And that's the thing is you can love someone and someone can love you, but just because they love you does not mean that the advice they give you is gonna benefit you the most. People can have good intentions, but advice given out of good intentions is not always fruitful. So
Yeah.
that's what you need to also keep in mind too. And I really love that point because
Mm-hmm.
there are people that will ask their mom for dating advice, and I'll hear it and I'll be like, oh my goodness,
And here's
bro.
the
And I'm
thing.
not trying to be mean super
Mm-hmm.
quickly, but it's something to where it's like your mom loves you. Of course, she wants you to get married, but maybe your mom doesn't know exactly how you can have that outcome in your shoes. You see what I'm saying?
That you would be happy with. Yeah,
Exactly.
because she's not
Exactly.
you. She doesn't know what you want. She doesn't know what you need, and she doesn't know. She's a woman.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand what a
It's
man
different.
requires.
It's different.
What I would say is, if my mom always burn her cake and
Yeah.
never make a successful cake, I would
Yeah.
never ask her about a
100%.
cake making question. Doesn't mean I don't love her,
Yeah.
but it's just like I know she
Doesn't
knows
make sense.
nothing about making cakes.
Facts. And from Princess says, what's good? What's up? What's up? Going back to college tomorrow. My spring break went by fast. That's what's up, bro.
Oh
Hopefully you're
yeah, it
going
is
back
spring
with a new
break.
perspective, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And ready to kill it. My buddy Tom. Let's go from never give up. 25 God. What's up, man? God's with you, 44. My buddy Tom is scared to approach beautiful women. He stays inside his room all day. How does he fight that fear if you can give any advice to that?
Good
Yeah, man.
question.
So if someone is afraid to approach women, I would dig into like why are they afraid to approach women, right? For me, what has helped, and for a lot of people that I believe that I have helped, you know, because that's the thing too is sometimes you think that hey, this one thing helped, but it could be something else, right? But I believe when you really dig deep to what it is you're afraid of, you can find out is that really something to be afraid of, right? Sometimes it can be a whole lot of thing, right? And this is what I'm trying to go with. Your friend might be scared because he's like, oh my goodness, man, I go to talk to women, da, da, da. It's like all these things going on in his mind. Slow it down, man. Like, what are you really afraid of? Like, dig deep and okay, I'm afraid I'm gonna get rejected and get embarrassed. Okay, let's go down that road. You know what I'm saying? I would say find out what he's really afraid of, or for him to find out what he's really afraid of and really play down that role. How bad is it really? You know what I'm saying? That's what's helped me out a lot. So hopefully that helps out. You know what I mean? It's something that more from a conversation would help because there's so much things to talk about, right? When
Mm-hmm.
it's like just one comment on a YouTube live, I could try to help you out of truth and love, but it's like there's so much I don't know, bro, to be honest. But
Yeah, we
that's
don't
the
have
best I
enough
can try to say right
information.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't know enough about him
Yeah,
to
because I don't even know what
honestly.
has he been through in the past. Because some
Exactly.
guys are afraid today because they've had a super terrible experience, and then maybe we'd dig deep and be like, okay, cool. What can we learn from from this experience to go ahead and move forward into dating or something? So you know what I'm
Because
saying?
I think we usually would like to get to know the situation as much as possible before giving advice or
Of
opinion, just
course.
to make sure we don't miss anything.
Yep. And conversations about marriage and dating readiness. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what you guys. Let me see who we can get drunk on. Left, yeah, but let's continue the conversation. So here's something else I want to talk about, right? So when it comes to relationships and dating, one thing that I've found is I think that when it comes to rejection, right, a lot of guys don't realize that. Here's how I'll say it, right? You can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? Like you can only do so much. And once I realized that, I think it changed how I approach dating. A lot of it can be out of your hands. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like the things we teach on the channel, you can't like in my offense, right? In my beliefs, you can have a lot of game, but if it's not the right person, it's not gonna work
Of
out.
course.
Cause that's the thing
Of
too, is
course
like
not.
keep in mind that you don't want to lose yourself trying to get someone. You want to find a woman in a way that you can stay true to
That's
yourself,
like
right?
marketing 101.
Yeah.
Wrong product, right product, wrong audience, no deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's super important to remember. Like when it comes to dating is like, because I feel like So real quick, like yapping, there's a whole bunch of things that I've been learning along the way, and I think one of it is like with what you're talking about, because I see guys they waste so much time on a wrong girl. You know what I'm saying? They waste
They
so much
they they
time
gotta go
to
get
where it's
marketing.
like they're thinking like, oh
Yeah.
my goodness, this girl is like, oh man, this girl, I lost the one. It's like, bro, you didn't lose the one.
No,
If you, how can you lose the one?
you lost
Like,
someone who
how
doesn't
can you
want
lose the
you.
one and you're in a place to where it's like, it's like, do you think that, in my opinion? Do you think that God would put you in a place where you would just lose the one and you lost it forever? I don't think she was the one, bro. And so many guys waste time or are thinking about girls that really didn't matter in the aspect of like, bro, like it was just a person. And I feel like that's how I see rejection. You meet someone, it's not a good fit, they're gonna go on their way. If it's a good fit, continue. And when you see it that way, bro, if you get rejected by the wrong person, like thank God you got rejected by the wrong person. Because would you really want to be rejected by the right person? You know what I'm saying? Because that's something you got to think about. That's something that's pretty like, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty crazy. So something to have in mind, you know what I'm saying? Food for thought and everything. But
Mhm.
let's go ahead and let's continue. Let's continue. Let me see a comment. I'm a white man. Okay, go. From Kevin says, I'm a white man married to a black woman. Okay. If you truly love that woman in your heart, what's the problem? We love each other, continue relationship. 100%. Here's what you need to know. People try to make things, people try to make up things that don't matter. You see what I'm saying? People try to do it all the time. They try to make it like, hey, don't date a person of this, don't date a person of this. It's like, bro, if it's not in the Bible, what is it really about? Why does it really matter? What's your take on this?
I feel like it's just so interesting to see so many different perspectives and see how people like, I guess, try to push their own conviction onto other people and try to, I guess, make whatever it is that they feel like is right, the law for other people. And I feel like that is very toxic.
The Bible talks about that, not preaching your convictions to other
It's
people.
between you and God, and that is that. Do not force your conviction. Like Paul talked about this. Whether you eat meat or you drink wine, whether you eat or drink, like it's
Mm.
between you and God.
And that's the thing. Sometimes you guys can get advice and you take it like law when it's not the law.
Yes.
That can ruin your life. If you guys here don't date until you have this aspect of your life taken care of. Don't date until you have, until you built a ministry. Don't date until we talk about this in our most recent video.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like we're here trying to help you guys out from our perspective, from our experiences. If it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
That's the
saying?
thing. I feel like
Results may vary. Keep that in mind. But the thing is, we're not giving you guys like, hey, this is exactly the only way to do it. Based on the Bible and my experience, people I've coached, these are the things that have worked. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
And I'm super curious, why do you think it is that people fall into that trend?
of just like listening to whatever
Yeah.
because they don't think. People do not think for themselves. That's the
Why
issue.
do you think it is in dating? I think it's out of desperation.
People that don't think for themselves. I feel
Yeah.
like I honestly don't know. I feel like maybe society is training you to not think for yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's easier to manipulate what you think because they can just feed you whatever nonsense and you just taking it in without questioning it.
I think, but what about dating? Because that's the thing is in dating, there are some people that they're super successful in business. They're super successful in other areas. They seem to have a lot of wisdom, have a lot of game, have a lot of accomplishments, really propel and succeed in other areas of their life. But
Mm,
when it comes to dating, it seems like they drop the ball. And when you're talking about that, I know people and I know of people that are in positions to where they do that, but only in dating or specifically in dating. Business, they don't. You see what I'm
because
saying?
because I think when it comes to the matter of the heart, it's definitely a lot more emotional for people, and they just turn off their logical
Yeah.
brain and they do not process information logically anymore, and they do not ask questions anymore, and they just yeah, because it's no longer a logical thing for them. At least that's my belief. That's my understanding.
Mm. That's the thing. Dating is so hard because it's a hard thing. You see what I'm saying? It's so easy to say something in your mind, but then the heart, it's different. And that's why I feel like you can consume so much content with dating, but you need to actually apply it. You need to actually be out in the front lines, actually go and get experience. Because there's guys, they watch dating videos. Hopefully, it's not you guys. You know, you watch a lot of content, but you don't actually apply it. And you don't really see change. Because you can have all the logic in your mind, but then you go out to talk to girls like, oh, holy, it's like, you see what I'm saying? You got to actually do it. You actually need to live it, not just watch content, right?
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes I meet men that they fall to that perfectionist trap. And maybe that's speaking to the earlier comment, that guy, to where he's so afraid to go out there and do something. He's in a place to where he just keeps playing all the failures. So he's the guy that keeps on coming up with a perfect plan but never executes. The perfect way to talk to a girl, the perfect line to say that he never practices. You see what I'm saying? And always thinking about all the theories of what can go wrong and all these things. When it's like, bro, just step out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop working so hard in your mind that you're doing nothing in real life and just do something in real life. And sometimes I think the best piece of advice for some people is not any more advice. Just go walk out on what you already know. You see what I'm saying? And maybe that's something some of you guys need to hear. Because if you already know what to do, why are you still consuming content? So, and it's like sometimes people come to the lives, they ask questions they already know the answers to. At a certain point, you already know what to do. At a
I think they
certain
just
point,
feel like
you know you need to get out the house.
scared. I think that they're not ready, and they're just listening to the content because it feels more accomplished. They feel like they learned something else, like they're progressing without actually progressing.
But how long can that last? Because even me, there was a time when I was just consuming, but eventually you know you're not moving. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the
But
time to move. I think when people reach that point, like that's when either you give up or you're just gonna give it your best shot or start. Yeah.
facts. But let's get into these comments, man. I see you guys in here. Where we at? Boom, 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 boom. Update me, please. What's the conversation about? Blah, 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 blah. God bless you. Let's see. From Kevin. Hey, my friend, how are you doing? Haven't been in a while. Yeah, we're doing well, man. Appreciate you. White man. Oh, yeah, I already read the comment, the white man and everything like that.
White
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he has a white man, black wife talking about how like some, pretty much in a mixed relationship like us, encouraging us and stuff. That was the
Cool.
comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boxenpedia, what's good? Good to see you, bro. Good to see
Hey,
you.
welcome back.
Yeah. And from Abolish says, we all need to be careful of who we pick a relationship with. I'm married because we can find out it's too late. We're sleeping with the devil. I'm just saying. Yeah, man. More likely than not, it's probably not sleeping with the devil. You're probably sleeping with someone that you're not compatible with, or you're probably with someone that you've known all along you shouldn't be with, right? Of course, you could be with someone that's super insane, wants to ruin your life, but most times that's not the case. It's just making not making the best choice. You know what I'm saying? From a lot of different angles. Sometimes it's from the angle of you go for a woman that you're not attracted to. Obviously, not a good choice. The whole lie of, hey, man, just go for character. Obviously not. You need both
Yeah.
character and attraction, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's what happens, man. People go with people they're not compatible with, and then they call them the devil. When it's like, bro, of course it's gonna be hell. What'd you think it was gonna be? Like, you guys never worked. You thought you were gonna get married, it was gonna fix things. That's a lie we believe. It clearly doesn't. When you date, it's only gonna get amplified.
It's crazy how like this area is so like people just don't know what they're doing. It's like shocking to me. And this actually happens just to be the most important area if you want to like for your life quality and for how you experience how do you experience this life as a
Yeah.
person, right? Because you can be very successful. Like yesterday somebody came on the stream saying that he's just going to be alone at home with his
With his
money.
money, yeah.
Sounds good, but when you actually do it, like billionaires, like millionaires, like people with a lot of money, successful in the height of their career, have everything they can possibly wanted to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Like it's more than just being alone at home with money. Like you need so much more than that to have a fulfilling life. So having the right partner, I feel like, is a very important part of this experience.
And if I had to say, even that, the wanting to be alone with money segment, I think that's something that a lot of guys have based on what they've been sold. It's not what they truly, really want. Because
But
think about this, when you look at the Bible with God, right? It's not good for man to be alone. That's the thing we're talking about. It's like when you see a guy that says, man, I'm going to be alone with my money, it's like, that's not what you want. You see what
I
I'm
think
saying? So
I,
why are you saying that? Do you see what I mean or no? When people say things like, I'm going to be alone with my money, I'm just going to enjoy it, if you're on a dating marriage readiness live stream saying that, you probably don't want that. You see what I'm saying? Like, think about that. Why would you come on a stream and tell people I'm gonna be alone with my money on it? Because you don't want to be. It's like something in you. You see what I'm saying? Something in you is being hit. That's why you're saying that. Because it doesn't make sense. Just be alone with your money. Why you gotta tell us? And that's what I'm saying is a lot of these things people say, it's like they don't really mean it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead. I don't need a girl. I don't need that. It's like, bro, no, you obviously want someone. All this society stuff going on. It's like, it's all nonsense. We obviously want someone. We obviously want to be married. Most of us obviously want to be in a relationship that and feel fulfilled. You see what I'm saying? But there's also all these lies we've been sold. So it's like we have these contradicting beliefs, right? To where, for example, you might be like, hey, I want to go ahead. I'm just going to go. So from a God perspective, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sleep around, da, 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 and stuff, right? But the guys that are living that lie, they found out it's nothing. It's not worth it. And a lot of people, they get sold a lie, they live it, and they found out it's not worth it. And I feel like the guy on the stream, that's what he was doing. That's why I came in, he was saying the things, but I don't think that's what he really wants. Because I don't think anyone really wants that. What do you think?
I think the fastest way for him to realize that is for him to have money, be at home, and be alone. I give him 1 month tops. He's gonna lose his mind.
What month?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Super curious. Super curious. From Bugs Peter says, praise God, bam, bam. I'm at a choir church near the real stroke. When you come out. Yeah, sounds good, Kevin. Sounds good, man. I would love to meet the best way to meet women. Okay, so from Richard, his perspective says the best way to meet women is dance class, but you actually have to want to learn to dance and not just go to meet women.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, because you have different dance partners, you get to talk to different people, and then you also, of course, you're there to learn a skill, learn a hobby. So yeah, why not?
I love the part about doing it to do it, to enjoy it. Because
Yeah.
when you go to a place just for the sake of meeting women, it's different from when you can actually enjoy being there. And that's how some guys, they seem like they're hunting, right? The girls be like, man, this guy on a prowl. You know what I mean? Don't be on a prowl. I've been that guy. Like you don't want to be that guy. And from Brian says, I'm telling you, bro, when I give up watching the negative content on social media on dating, the mental got way better. When you eat what you eat is what you become, they say. 100%,
Yeah.
bro. You eat garbage, you're gonna be garbage yourself. Yup.
Mm-hmm.
People let their fears overtake them. The fact that you even complain about something means something. Just saying. Exactly, bro. Because why are you complaining about something publicly online when you don't have to? A lot of people talk the talk about things that they don't really believe. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like when you're talking to people and dating, in the beginning, a lot of people can say all kinds of nonsense. Like when me and Anna met, dude, I'm telling you, bro, like there's things she was saying, like she's like total opposite right now. And I'm telling you guys, people say all kinds of stuff because they bought all kinds of stuff. Like people don't really believe so many things they believe. Because when you question people's beliefs, a lot of times, like, why they really believe it? That's why sometimes when you see a girl, when you have a relationship, sometimes, right? I'll speak this from experience. You can have a girl say how she wants the relationship to be, to run, for example, right? And she's just saying that from what maybe she's heard from society. Then the actual relationship starts, working and stuff. And that's not what she wants. Maybe she's wanting to be independent and stuff. And it's like, bro, you really don't want to be independent in a marriage. You see what I'm saying? Not with the right person. That's one of those lies society sells you guys. So just be careful about it. Like seriously. And I just think the very last thing, before I hop off the live stream, I want to ask you is this. What do you think is the biggest lie you've been sold by society in dating?
Hmm. I think to women, like, make money, gotta have your own, gotta have, everything that, I mean, I think there is some truth to that because I can, I don't have to be trapped in a relationship or whatever it is. So I think there is truth to that. Get your degree, get your career, get your business, get your money, like telling the women do that first. I think that's definitely like very misleading to a lot of women. And a lot of women is still in that kind of like a boss babe mentality. Not saying
Mm,
that you shouldn't have business, but prioritizing that over marriage, I think is wrong. I think both are good. And I love business. I love marriage. It's just that you're stacking, like you're putting things in the wrong order. And I think
dangerous.
that's the lie.
For
Mm-hmm.
me, it's that you can't really have the girl you want. So, guys, you guys stay blessed. We'll see you guys later. Peace out. If you guys are in the school community, starting a business call right now. See you guys on the other side. Deuces and stay blessed.